So bird flu is H5N1. So H5 is the, in a sense, more pathogenic spike protein. Over the decades, there have been several hundred human cases of bird flu. And so it's influenza largely among birds, poultry birds. And of those cases, there was a high mortality rate. But these cases the cases that resulted in fatalities, I reviewed them, paper in New England Journal of Medicine, for instance, 2005, largely underdeveloped countries, people presenting very late, no ICU care, no secondary antibiotics, things like this. It looks like, honestly, they die of a secondary bacterial pneumonia. So this general talking point is bird flu is extraordinarily fatal for human beings. And now there's been the drumbeat. 2021 Gavi, the Global Vaccine Alliance, said bird flu will be the next disease X. The WHO has put out major warnings and updates on bird flu. So has the USDA. So has the CDC. And there's been a massive surge in testing, PCR testing for bird flu in animals, poultry, and now cattle, and emergency communications coming out in April of 2024 from our USDA. And this is what it's all about. In 2022, there was a single case of bird flu in Colorado. And Tommy, you know who it was? It was the unlucky poultry farm worker. He was ordered to incinerate all the chickens. One of the chickens had bird flu. And that's, by the way, the government response is kill them all. It's called culling. And the farmers get a government reimbursement if they do this. Mm-hmm. So this poor guy has to, shovel all the chickens into an incinerator. And sure enough, he gets bird flu from doing that. That's how he got it in 2022. If you would have just left the birds alone, they would have gotten natural immunity and chances are they would have been fine. But this extermination of the birds. So he gets it in 2022. Now nothing until 2024. And now a man in West Texas gets a relatively severe case of pink eye. It was just in the New England Journal of Medicine. And they tested him. Why they tested him for bird flu, that's unclear, but he tested positive. And now the emergency is, a man, said to have gotten it from cattle, although honestly, it probably came from some bird source. Sid Miller, the ag director in Texas, says, kill millions of chickens. Cal-Maine out there, the nation's largest egg producer, now, has to sacrifice all these egg-laying hens. So when we looked at this, we said, listen, this looks like, I think Gavi was right. Bird flu is the next disease X. We've been studying this. It turns out the strain that people are getting sick, believe it or not, Tommy, there was a dolphin that got bird flu off of Florida. The strain is a gain of function strain. It's a manipulated strain. Looks like it's coming out of the USDA Poultry Research Lab in Athens, Georgia.
University of Georgia. It's maybe not the best time to be an alumni.
No, not the University of Georgia. The USDA Poultry Research Center in Athens, Georgia.
Yeah.
So it's a USDA, the USDA. Now, former CDC Director Redfield was out on national TV this week saying, oh yeah, he goes, bird flu, it's really hard to get bird flu to infect humans. But if I change 5 amino acids in their spike protein, the hemagglutinates, I can get it to jump into humans and spread to humans. He goes, that's not going to happen in nature, very likely, but it could be done in a lab. And he said, in fact, gain of function research is being done on bird flu in academic labs. So he comes out and says this. This is astounding. Tommy, you'd never guess who is the director of the USDA Poultry Research Center in Athens, Georgia.
Anthony Fauci? I don't.
A former Gates Foundation director.
All right.
Yeah, really and so it's game on. So this has been going on for